Hello there, everyone. This is Cheryl again. Welcome to the 24-hour Woman Show. And well, I've got notes this week, so you can bet that it's going to take a little bit longer. But I wanted to say thank you. This is our very first show for the new year, but it's also our very last show in this particular studio. I want to thank you for sharing your lives with me and sharing the adventures that we have been on. Bet you 2019 is going to be one kind of a ride of adventure, of knowing ourselves more, of growing, of being more inclusive, and more importantly, being high achieving, living the life we love, doing the work that we love. I wanted to kick off with this very first broadcast in the new year on the first outing of what it feels like to have that rebirth. As some of you know, I took some time off in the last year and a half, sort of a sabbatical, but sort of a soul-searching trip for myself too, and it's journaled down, and potentially, I don't know, potentially I may turn the journal into a book, because when I shared my story in my one-on-one coaching of what I've gone through in the last 18 months, it resonated with so many people about wakening up in winter, about finding ourselves again, and about finding that joy within, so that it is again a spark in our lives for ourselves and our community. Well, that's a story for another day. But I wanted to share with you the first outing of what it feels like a rebirth. Number one, my younger ones began school again. What that means is a 5 a.m. morning call. How many of us say that, yay, it's a 5 a.m. morning call? And how many of us are like, oh my God, I just want to press the ringing bell again? Well, 5 a.m. club has been very popular and has a tribe around it. And I'm okay with that. It's just that I'm not that kind of person, and I think what is best is whatever you see or hear or you learn from others, always treat it as an experiment first for yourself. See if it flows with you, right? And give yourself a period of time, maybe 90 days, just to track that try and error experimentation, what works or not works for you. And then you know whether 5 a.m. works for you or a little later, and then you find what is your flow, and that works for you. So know your body and your baseline and test it for yourself. At 50 years old, I just turned 50, I am as energetic right now as I felt when I was in my 30s. And a lot of it has to do with digging deep within myself, reawakening what's the motivation. Because motivation is something that nobody can do it for you. We can inspire you, you can be motivated for a bit because of an inspiring speech, but the motivation to wake up every single day to do the work that you do and live the life that you love is all up to you. So that's my first learning as we start off the new year and I began my 5 a.m. calls. So that's number one. Number two, I started doing my weekly webinars again. So if you have missed the first few, don't worry. I'm going to paste the link for the next webinar up wherever this, whatever platform you are viewing this video on. And it's on how to gain clarity, confidence, and the certainty that the goals that you set for 2019 will be achieved. You won't want to miss this because, hey, we have just passed the first almost 30 days of the year. You don't want to be wasting the rest of the days in the year, right? Almost the first month gone, you have 11 months left. Don't waste that. Let's see, the next thing I learned, learning as a way of being. And you have heard me say this very often, learning as a way of being, living as being. And I learned going to the grocery stores and getting groceries is a vacation by itself when you are raising 3 boys and you're running a full practice, and now being a single mom, there's a lot more on my hands, and I need to find and identify moments that I can treat myself. That is a mini vacation. What might be a mini vacation for you? For me, going to the grocery store is a mini vacation by itself. And if I can grab a cuppa with it would be delightful. It's like vacation with a bonus. But I'd like to hear from you. What would be a mini vacation for you on a day-to-day basis? The next one I wanted to just check with you on is what new habits have you started this year? What is the habit that you want to start this year? And how have you been doing in the last 20 over days? if you have not been very successful, well, I would like to invite you to join me in my group coaching program called Catalyst Circle, where in small groups of 5 to 6 of us come together and we grow together. The objective is to grow together, cross-pollination of ideas, etc., from business owners to entrepreneurs to founders to just brilliant women who love what they do. Again, small groups of women coming together in the Catalyst Circle. Wherever you're watching this, enter below in the comment or come and join me for the webinar and you learn more about it at that place. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. I see you at the next 24-hour Woman Show in the brand new studio.